Hello. In this video, we're in Chapter 12 where we're discussing work, occupational lifestyle issues, and young and middle adulthood. So, when we talk about the meaning of work, most people view work as a means of obtaining money and personal growth. Personal achievement, we're talking about developing self, union with others, expressing others, and serving others. So, meaning, mission fit, aligning your traits, what you like to do, things that make you happy, skills and skills and things that attributes that you have or whatnot that align with your career or with your work, right? So when aligned, executives care more about employees' happiness, job satisfaction, and emotional wellness. There are three theories on adults' choice of work: career construction theory. People build careers through their own actions that result in from personal characteristics and experiences. Holland's personality type theory. People choose work based on fit between their individuals, traits, and occupational interests. Social cognitive career theory, where career choice is the result of application of Bandura's social cognitive theory, especially self-efficacy. Personal experiences affect people's occupational goals. Goals may change during changing interests, not having a good fit with job, or the need for further education and to advance. People with talent and opportunity tend to achieve their goals and obtain them, right? So let's talk about millennials. Millennials tend to change jobs more often than their generations, right? However, they generally have the same level of satisfaction, right? This thing called reality shock that we discussed is what is learned in a classroom, but does not carry over to the real world, right? So a mentor, executive coach. These are part of occupational development, right? Part teacher, part sponsor, part model, and part counselor who facilitates on-the-job learning for present and future work. Helps proteges receive credit where due. High-quality relationships can lead to occupational success. Mentors practice leadership skills and a sense of generativity. Women and minorities particularly benefit from having a mentor, right? Creates higher expectations. Cultural background of the employee should be incorporated into the relationships. One possible downfall of having a poor is having a poor mentor, right, which is worse than having no mentor at all. Job satisfaction becomes very important to all of us, right? The positive feeling that results from appraisal of one's work creates a sense of satisfaction in life, right? What contributes to job satisfaction? Accumulation of experience, stage of career development, flexibility to meet family responsibilities. Alienation in work can play a role in job satisfaction. When workers feel that they are doing meaningless work or feel devalued. Burnout is something that comes often, especially in career of counseling. It is depletion of one's personal energy and motivation, or having less occupational idealism, and feeling that one has been exploited. Right. This is a result of stress, and it's common among people in the health professions, like I said before, as counselors. Not all workers in the profession experience burnout. This may be related to different types of passion one has for their job. So passion is really important when we talk about job satisfaction. This is that strong inclination that towards an activity that an individual likes or loves, something that they value, right? Burnout can be lowered with the intervention programs and stress reduction for employees. Let's talk about gender differences in occupational selection. Women in the U.S. represent 47% of the workforce. In the past, women chose traditional female-dominated occupations like secretarial work, teaching, etc. Now, traditional women occupations are those that have 25% or less of women employed. This model right here talks about some gender differences in certain occupations. So women who choose non-traditional occupations are viewed more negatively than their male colleagues. Generational differences exist regarding women's occupation. In the 21st century, women can be entrepreneurs and work from home, can negotiate how to get career development and play a role in their positive work environment. Women leave their jobs for two main reasons other than family obligations. Organizations idealize and work reward masculine values of work, and women may feel disconnected from their workplace. Ethnicity and occupational development. Little research has been done on this topic. When an organization is responsive to the needs of minorities, these employees report more positive feelings. Let's talk about bias and discrimination. So why are there few women at the top, like politicians and CEOs, etc., right? Currently, we're going through an election where we have a female candidate and a male candidate, and there's been a lot of talk about the role gender is going to play in the outcome of the election, right? So the gender discrimination, denying a job to someone based solely on their basis of gender, stricter job performance standards for women, glass ceilings, levels to which women may rise in an organization but cannot go beyond. We talk about that glass cliff, a situation where a woman's leadership position is precarious. How can the glass ceiling and cliff be eliminated? Women must take action to be assertive and rise into their rightful place in the organization. Women should negotiate salary more effectively, and companies can measure productivity in different ways. Whether or not an action is considered sexual harassment depends on the situation, people involved, and the setting. 40-50% of women in the European Union experience workplace sexual harassment. 30-40% of women in Asia in Asia Pacific countries experience sexual harassment. Gender awareness training can be helpful in a work environment. Age discrimination, right? Denying a job and promotion based solely on one's age, right? Particularly affects middle-aged people. Law exists that states that workers must be hired for their ability, not their age. Discrimination is often covert, right? Let's talk about occupational transitions. Occupational changes have become part of the modern career process. Losing a job is no longer has a negative meaning. Some people voluntarily change jobs, or others are forced to do so. So retraining workers. Skills needed to perform a particular job usually change over time. Career plateauing, when promotional advancement is either not possible or not desired by the worker, right? This results in lower job satisfaction. Retraining programs can help people advance in their occupation, and lifelong learning is a necessity. Many people today feel insecure about their job due to economic downturns, right? This is a return in stress, poor psychological and physical well-being. People who use emotion-focused coping rather than problem-focused coping have higher levels of stress. So coping with unemployment. Unemployment can have a long-lasting personal impact, significantly lower mental health, life satisfaction, and marital satisfaction. Gender and age differences exist, mainly due to financial obligations and family responsibilities. And ethnic minorities experience greater unemployment rates. So advice for managing occupational transitions, right? Approach job loss with a healthy sense of urgency. Consider next career move and what must be done to achieve it. Acknowledge and react to change as soon as it is evident. And services such as LinkedIn can give job seekers more sense of control and more access to resources. So dependent care dilemma. 2/3 of mothers with children under 6 are in the labor force. Families and Medical Leave Act gave employees a right to unpaid time to care for dependents. Taking a leave of childbirth causes negative consequences for career advancement. If affordable and quality child care, elder care is not available, women may drop out of the workforce. So caregivers report negative consequences regarding career advancement and stress levels. Negative effects can be lessened if partners are supportive and women have high control over their jobs. If single mothers have support from their families. Backup care, emergency care for dependents so that employees does not lose a day of work, right? Their increased parental leave time is linked to lower infant mortality rates. So juggling multiple roles. How do dual earning couples divide household chores? Women still spend up to more time on chores. Men have increased the amount of time they spend in household work, but usually only find weekends and only tasks that they find agreeable. This could cause work-family conflict, the feeling of being pulled in multiple directions by incompatible demands from job and family. Most U.S. households are dual earners, couples still have used gender segregated systems for doing chores and childcare? How can men and women have equitable divisions of labor? Work conflict requires a life stage approach. And finally, globally, women experience more conflict from competing work and family demands. Couples can work together to mitigate the stress by negotiating schedules around work commitments throughout their careers.